I like my dream.
Greetings, welcome to Channel 6. I'm your host. I'm building a streaming system and I'm going to make an interesting case out of stuff. I thought we might have some music. So when I have to wander off and grab a bunch of things, I can put up a music cam with the transition key. That's not too much. I think that'll be good. I can talk over it. I can hear it. You can listen to it. Of course, some of the volume levels are a little different. I think right there will be good. See if I have that on random. Beam of light. Ah, I lost that. Is it randomized? Yes. Equalizer. Oh, there we are. Okay. The music cam will look like this. Ooh, I don't even know which one it is, but it's pretty wild. Okay, let's take a look at this stuff. I cleared this off a little bit better. I have two nice pieces of wood. And this is the top. I'm reasonably certain from my markings they go like this. Yep. See if I can get these put together the way I want to. I'm going to put these together, stain them, make them look nice. I don't know what the drill sound is going to be like, and I don't know what the pump sounds like. My office is flooding right now. It's down in a basement and it's raining. And my house is surrounded by springs, and they let a lot of water in. And I already don't have parts that I just had. I mean, can I put these here? Yeah. Where did the parts go? Yeah, I just literally had them. Lord, sometimes I don't know what I do with things. Okay, this is interesting. I have two metal plates to put this wood together, and I can't find either one of them, and I just literally had them in my hands. This is just a waste of Oh, that's interesting. So, my first video game system was an Atari 2600 Video Arcade Heavy Sixer, and it's gotten to a point where it's challenging for me to remember things. And I put these two plates in a place that is real close. So here we go, we're back. I have the metal plate I wanted. Gotta remember to talk into the mic, it sounds a lot better. I think my machine is overwhelmed. I'm gonna have to kill the music. Oh, it's doing something too. Not the music. The visualizer. Now it should be good. Or not. Well, let's kill that. Besides, I don't know if I actually want to have. I might cut this out. I don't know if I want to have Toxic Girl on the stream. That's an interesting one by Angel Spit. So, I have learned to keep things in these little compartmentalized things. You have to know how to open them, and it makes your life easier. And this is literally going to be a video of me just putting this together. I don't expect that it's exciting, unless you like watching stagehands build scenery. If that's your thing, hey, you're in the right place. Otherwise, this is probably boring. It would be nice to listen to some pleasant music. I don't think... Oh yeah, I did put it... This will probably play better. I have a song list. Let's see what this sounds like. Are you playing? Windows control systems make me wonder sometimes. Turn it down a little bit. I gotta remember this is my exit music that I'm messing with. This one might be a little bit better. I'll put it on shuffle. Actually, well, I guess I don't know what it sounds like. If it catches that catch. Okay. Back to work. I'm going to mute for a second and move the mic down. There we are. Six screws. I know I have to keep these boards fairly well lined up because once I screw the screws in, it's going to hold them to the plate. Okay, killing the music because to me it's stuttering. This system I'm recording on is an AMD 6000 I built in 2008, and it has a, I don't have a trash bin, it has a 1050 Ti in it that I got just as a backup for my game system. My main system has a 1060. I did this a few years ago, and they don't keep up with this modern stuff like this streaming software. I've never used something like that before. The most intensive software I use is probably Chromium with about 200 tabs opened. I don't like manually drilling screws in. No stagehand does, because we drill and drill and undrill a lot of screws, and this is our preferred method of doing so. Slow down. I dislike it when guys leave drills on the high speed all the time, because it messes up the drill head or the screw head. Let's see if I get this. Oh, and I see I already messed up. There we go. It's going to pull these two boards together and hold them tight, in theory. And the trick is to start these screws, because I don't want it twisting them since they're together. What I'm going to do is put all the hardware on it, and then I'm going to take it back apart off camera and stain it. I've had people already ask me to put up content on my YouTube channel. They don't realize that what I'm going to be putting up there is me playing video games and building stuff. I might do the first tea time, but I really need a chat audience for tea time. And it's going to be kind of challenging not being able to stream, although I could stream audio, but I have no way to get the video out until this hardware's built. So, well, that's perfect and that's not. Let's see. And the way I did it, oh, you can't tell. That's good. That's good. So, where this little line is, I don't know if you can see that. That's where the hard drive cables are going to come out and go under. And I'm just going to put the hard drive under here in an assembly. And I may have already made it challenging with this metal plate, because the hard drive assembly's got to go under here somewhere. So what I am going to do, since I don't have to mess with the hard drives, I was going to go like this. But I have a feeling the hard drive assembly is going to have to sit right here. Well, let's take a look. No, I'm not a professional unboxer. I just get stuff and rip it open. No, it's not my main intention to unbox things. So boxes are already half opened and it doesn't seem like there's any organization to the unboxing. Although I think some unboxers like open stuff up and check it out to make sure what they got, because they're not exactly surprised when people send them care packages. And then some of them, like Clint for LGR, are just, oh wow, I didn't know I was getting this. You can tell they're completely surprised that I don't have an opening tool. No opening tool. I hope I don't need this bag again. I have just a ton of these bags. Ooh, metal. What can I touch? There, here's a computer case. Hopefully I got a metal. That's one. Okay, and discharged. I've never had a static incident, but it's good to be careful. I'm standing on a cement floor, so there probably isn't much static. So, this is what I'm thinking, a little bracket. I'm just going to get one of these things and cut it down. And it's going to sit, and oh, it's really close. This might have to sit up on top of something, because if I put a bracket under that, it's going to lift it up in the air and it'll be sitting on the ground. But I am going to change my plan. I originally thought I would do it like that, but I think it's going to have to be like this. And this bad boy will actually be, because this is the bottom. So he's going to be like that. And what we're going to do is like this. Yes, I think I'll do it that way. I have a SSD, but it's slim. So this, I wonder when I set that background on there. I don't understand. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Let me go back to, it's like, wait a minute, what am I looking? I'm looking at my preview on the studio mode of OBS and like, wait, when did I do that? But it's not that. I'm not. See, I'm definitely not a box saver. Oh yeah, this thing's tiny. Remove before installing, you think? So this could sit on the plate. It could sit right here. This will be perfect. Okay. Although I do have some thoughts that the performance increase for SSD are not, if you have a new hard drive and you're not running an old SCSI, I have the thought that they're not boosted as much as you think. And it's just another way to sell people expensive memory, but you didn't hear that from me. You did. Just don't know that I want to own it. Okay, I'll own it. It's another way to sell you expensive memory. Although it's a better deal than system memory. So why can't you use the SSD as system memory? It's not the same kind of memory. Latency and things like that. Okay, it's interesting. I got the plate in a different place, but that'll be okay. I will live with that. I like it there. I need to find my marker. It's interesting when something hides on you. Might as well measure it. I want it to look nice. Three-quarter of an inch that way. That way. How far this way? An inch. That sounds good. I am messing with my green screen, but it looks like it's okay. I'm never used one before. I'm actually kind of impressed how the green screen tech works. I thought the curtain had to be all perfect and everything, but you can actually bounce it around and have ripples in it. And when the shadow gets on it, then it doesn't work right. But right now it seems to work really good. Okay, 3/4 to the edge. And I got a situation where, yep. I'm just going to mark the holes and drill them and then dump the dirt. I know, this is so exciting, right? System's not even powerful enough to record from OBS and play music. I suppose it should be no wonder I can't live stream with it. But I can't say that it's impressive that it's still running because I have an Atari 2600 from 1982. How old is that now? One of the best places to put a loose hard drive is on the floor where you can't kick it. Because when you put it up on a shelf, there's a chance it's going to fall on the floor. It's interesting how gravity works. I'm going to take this. I'll do a pause. I'm going to take this and drill it elsewhere. Okay. 18 minutes already. Oh, didn't change that. Oh, you'll hear that. I bumped the mic. Yes, it's unmuted. Well. Nothing I can do about that now. There's going to be all kind of noise, industrial noise in this, building a thing. I know some people think, oh, you did that, I want to do that. And as a 17-year stagehand veteran, I built so many things, I don't even remember anymore. Usually pre-built by somebody else, but we'd tear it down and put it back together, and tear it down and put it back together. It was a rep theater, so we rarely ran, except for the beginning of season musical, we rarely ran a show 2 times in a row. Which, had its own interesting consequences. I wasn't always pleased with it. But it was nice because the shows didn't get boring. And I like a job not getting boring. I think that streaming will be very good because I can always play new games and talk about new topics. And it'll be different stuff. The people in the chats are going to... Oh, I discovered a consequence. I discovered a thing. I should put these screws in before I put the feet on because it's challenging. Because it's, however it goes in, that's how it's going to go in again. This is a hard wood. The nice thing about doing it on cam, videoing it, is I don't want to waste too much time because I'm going to end up with a 3-hour video building this thing if I do. So I got to move a little bit quicker. It makes me look really organized. I'm going to keep doing that with the drill. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep running into the mic like that, I think. I think that's a consequence of working over my... And I have to have it down where I'm leaning my head down. You're going to be looking at the top of my headset, this old Tascam headset I found. I went out, I was looking for stuff, and I saw this $130 Sony headset and decided not to get it. Then I saw a $40-something one for the PlayStation 4. I'm like, ooh, that one's pretty nice. And it's got a built-in mic as a backup mic, so I thought, I'll get that. And I was looking for a mic cable, and I found this headset. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had it. But it sounds better. It's got better response. Yeah, I have a problem here in the... However I put these in. What I need is a longer bit. Every time I run off, I'll probably pause. It'll be alright, I promise. Okay, we're tooled up a little bit better. It's time to finish building my open air PC case made out of this nice wood and these copper feet. I feel like Phil Hartman did a piece on SNL, a couple different ones, and one was the anally retentive chef, and it was just a wild thing that he did. I don't know if you can watch stuff like that on stream, but I might do that sometime. I like the old SNL. Back when they were clever and they treated various political parties equally and they weren't charged with juice from one side or the other. I will tell you a thing that I know. It's a topic I'm working on, that as a computer programmer, I consider words like a variable declaration in C, where you say like int f. And f is actually, for the computer, a number that points to a memory location. And that memory location contains a value that used to be was negative 32768 to positive 32767. 16 bits. And if you wanted a longer one, you used a long int. And they could be signed or unsigned, and I messed something up there that I don't even understand. Most of this is going very well, but I have a thing that doesn't have a hole in the right place. I'm going to have to... It might be slightly different. Oh, you know what I think I did? One of these things may not be like the others. Ooh, it's not. Look at that. Where's the camera? One of them's shorter. I wonder how that happened. I'm going to have to drill an extra hole. One of them is slightly different. The rest are all the same. One of these things is not like the other. But you can reference the memory value with ampersand. And you can pass a pointer to the pointer with asterisks in C. And I consider words in the English language... Oh, I see what happened. I already did it like that. I did exactly what I wanted to. I put the short one here, and it's measured out exactly that way. The one that's different is in the unique location. How about that? But I consider words like that. You could write a word like cheese. 6 letters. The ampersand in C, that function for a word, kind of points to the letters. And then the sound is the pointer, just like the value F in int F. And the word has no more meaning than in its communication medium. So that, I was going to say, why do I have extra screws? So that if I go to a place like where they only speak Croatian, and I say I want some cheese, and if they don't have a similar sounding word that means anything, they're not just gonna be looking at me like, what do you want, American? Go home. We don't have any of your weird stuff here. But when you speak English and I say cheese, you might think of a yellow or white brick substance. You might think of slices, like for a sandwich. You might think of a specific type of sandwich. You might also think of other things. Head cheese is a lot like tripe. It's a meat product you're probably not interested in. But the sound is a pointer to an idea in your conscious mind of cheese. And I find it fascinating that words anger people, upset people, or cause intense feelings. And it's like, you're allowing the idea to have power over your conscious mind. Because it's just an idea. And it doesn't matter if it's cheese, or if it's love, or hate, or whatever. Your mind should be a level above the communication medium. This is your mind. The communication medium's down here somewhere. It's almost like there's an override for certain words. And it's not my place. But sometimes I think if I could, I would say to people, why are you upset by this? It's just a word. It's the idea in your mind up here, this place, where all the action happens in your life. And you take these ideas and you put them out into the world. Like this is an idea. This is something I imagined. I thought I want a nice piece of wood, and I can see where it's shifted a little bit. And I'm going to have feet that are copper. I like these copper. I'll stain it, and I'll make copper feet. And now I'm going to mount the hard drive. I'm going to put the hard drives underneath, the hard drive and the, I did something weird here. What did I do? The hard drive is going to go here, because this is the front. This is the one I wanted one here, but the hard drive is going to go here, and the SSD is going to go here. So those are going to go underneath, and the motherboard's going to go on top, and we're going to situate that. I got to get the motherboard and all the hardware for standoffs. I imagined this thing. It was an idea in my head, and now I'm going to create it. Some people are visual. I can just visualize this in my head and then start working on it. And some people operate on different ideas where somebody talks to them about something and they can create from that. They need direction. And both skills are valuable. It's not just like a one or the other. Well, some people, like maybe a Da Vinci or one of them, one of the great artists, as they say, they got a lot of different skills that they could use. And some people get one skill, but you polish that skill, you'd be really good at it. It'd be nice. Roy, Gook. Channel 6. It's you got Channel 6 philosophy here. How about that? So, I don't want to take the CPU. I've already had it off once because I thought it wasn't seated on the pins correctly, and it was just me missing a cable. But nothing else needs to be. Well, I'm going to leave the memory there too. I wonder if I can get this to hide under here. Then it's on the heat sink. I wonder if that fiber counts as heat shielding. So I already marked this, and I'm going to take my little pencil and draw where I want the main standoffs. Now, I didn't have a good copper thing for the standoffs, but I came up with something. I got a lot of, where's that standoff out there? I got a lot of junk laying around, so I have a lot of opportunities for stuff. And just a lot of, I have 2 drills, but I don't feel like getting the other one. I could just set one up as a drill and one up as a screw. Oh, you know, I have extra, where does this need support? I have extra little posts to use as standoffs. I think I have 6. Sometimes they have one in the middle, but I don't see it. Okay. I'm going to pause. Am I recording? Yes. I'm going to pause and go drill these holes because I'm already sitting at a half an hour. If I want to put it on YouTube without, I need to get a Skype number so I can get the bigger than 15-minute video because they want a cell phone number and I'm not giving them my cell phone number. They don't need it. Okay, I've got my things here. I don't quite know why I'm on the wood and copper. These are my standoffs. It's not focusing. I don't know if this camera refocuses, but I've got a box, a really nice wood box with copper metal dice in it. And it looks pretty good, and I think that that's driving my focus on this wood and metal. I know that the stained wood's going to look really nice. These are actually inserts. You drill a hole in the stage and you screw these down in. There's a little slot here. You probably can't see that slot on top. It's there. And then you screw a peg down into it and you can peg scenery down so it don't fall over. And the feet came with these cool copper screws, but they're not going to fit in all the holes. Some of the holes have things underneath of them, and I think I can actually see through the holes. I have an idea, and I don't have a light. I've got my old iPhone because both of my camera-enabled phones are busy recording video, and I don't know the last regular phone I had. But this guy works. Well, when it works. Doink. That hole is straight through. That hole may be straight through. That hole is straight through. So, some of the holes go through and some of them don't. I think what I was going to do was put a blob of glue to hold these. I'm not sure that's the best solution. I think once the motherboard pins them down, they're not going anywhere anyways. At this point, I think I could take a break, have my nighttime meal, and stain the wood, let the wood sit, and then I'll finish putting this together. Because I think, oh no, I still need to cut the hole that goes here for the cables. I need to do that. I think I'll do that off camera. And I'll cut this video. It's already hitting 34 minutes. And I bumped something. Well, there'll be another step, everybody. Take care. Be seeing you. The transition goes, I don't have an exit. That's my exit. I'm just cutting.